Do picks make a difference on bass guitar? Hey everyone, Jaketto here, and today we're going to find out the answer to that question with a number of picks and fingers as well. It's often discussed whether you should even use picks on bass. So today we're going to look at 4 examples. Finger, a 0.88mm pick that I just dropped, a 3mm pick, and a 6mm resin pick. So we're going to have a look at it. And we're going to start off with the examples, and then we're actually going to analyze them and see how much of a difference it makes. Just for reference, I'm using both pickups and a dark glass anagram with a very clean tone. That is it. No post-processing whatsoever. Goes without saying there's a huge difference between them all, right? The tonality is there, there's more treble in others, and one of them had very distinct overtones to it, which would also translate to guitar, right? But let's look at what the EQ is doing here. So when we compare things, we need a basis. This over here is the basis. We are using fingers, firstly. So let's go into that. Now this is what my EQ would look like in a gigging scenario, right? This is my exact setup. However, we're going to compare that to a 0.88mm pick first. So here's the EQ for the 0.88mm pick. What is the differences here? When I play these sounds side by side, you can hear it. We can see subtly via the EQs, both here and here. This side is the fingers, this side is the 0.88mm. We can see around the 1K mark that the pick is starting to bring it up a bit. And you can see there's more spikes going on further down the line. But how does the 0.88mm compare to the 3mm? So let's switch sides. Now we have the 0.88mm this side and the 3mm this side. Let's play them again. Okay, a little bit of a difference there, but what is it exactly? Now around the 5K mark, I was seeing a lot of jumps because I can watch this as a video right now. I'm seeing jumps around the 5K, 3K mark and a little bit before. It's a bit higher. This is likely contributing to more overtones that are happening, and you get a lot more of a higher end presence, essentially. Let's go on to the next one, 3mm versus 6mm. Not too much except that little end phrase, and that is a harmonic content we can hear, particularly with electric guitars when we use picks, but we're talking about bass today. So when we look at the EQ, there's a few more spikes in the higher region towards that kind of 7K mark, and it's a bit more consistent. But something that the EQ won't pick up in contrast, that if you're in the room you can hear, is the volume from the 6mm is way louder at the same, velocity. I think that's got a lot to do with density and the rest. But it's not that much difference between 3 to 6. However, the jump between fingers to 6 is quite drastic. That's the end of the video. Hope you've learnt something about your instrument, which is bass guitar, or maybe you don't play bass and you just like the video. My name's Jaketto. All my links to Instagram, all the rest of it are in the description. If you want to book a bass lesson with me, there's also a link down there. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you so much.